It's overtime Relly Switch. We here with the tricky one, OTE newest signee, Young Dreamers. Big summer for you, Taj. Big summer for you, Taj. That's good, my boy. That's good. Yeah. Introduce yourself. How you feeling, my boy? How you feeling?
My name's Taj Walters, class of 2025 from the Bronx, New York. I'm feeling good, man. Feeling good. I can't complain.
Can't complain. So we here right now, the famous Pelham Bay Park. We at your cookout right now. For me, early vibes, catching energy right before you leave to go and trying to really put your name on the map. Like, you feel like you've been putting on for your city. Like, I feel like every year you've been progressing, and now you got a chance to like really stamp yourself like on a national level. So like, how do you feel like going into that, and like what's your thought process entering that?
Now, I feel very good, matter of fact. Like you just said, every year just, progress just keeps on increasing. So I just felt like, with me being able to put myself on a platform like that to now where I'm taking a game more on myself, because now everybody's watching me, OTE.
Not fast.
So, that's the thing that's popping right now. So with that being said, it's either I could play bad, and I'm not thinking that way, obviously, but I play bad, all that tricky Taj stuff is done. But if I play good and I show, which I am going to, and I show that, I trust my work and I do what I do on the court and off the court, but really, like I said, showcasing my game on that platform, it's over. So, it was just like you said, it's a very good opportunity for me to be able to just, put myself on a platform like that where everybody's watching me every time I lace my shoes.
Like real low key, like you just made that announcement, or you just want to say it was just meant to be?
Nah, first things first, I want to say thank you to Greenwich Country Day School for a lot. It was a good 2 years there, great 2 years there. First year there, I didn't win a championship. We made it to the chip. We lost by 20 to Brunswick. That was our rivals. Second year, we made it to the chip and we beat them. They didn't take the lead not once. So, we won the chip. The people there, Emmanuel Saldana, my advisor, Coach Keith, my assistant coach, even the head coach, Patrick Scanlon, the head of the school, Donovan Mitchell, he's very in touch with the school. All of them, they was being, a very good supporting system, behind the scenes, and even people would see, Donovan, I work out with him, and people would see, what's going on with that. So let me say that, first things first, thank you to them. But, I ended up going to Donovan Mitchell camp. I ended up meeting Eli Ellis.
Yeah, how was? Oh, okay. So you're going to.
That's when I met him. Me and him, we playing together, playing against each other. I'm like, nah, I ain't gonna lie. This kid is nice. Like, he's like as advertised. Like, it's not like he's not one of them. Like, he's as advertised. So I'm playing against him, and we end up talking, and we end up becoming very close from there. And after that, we kind of gained a relationship, and I was like, you know what, like OTE, like what's going on with that? So he ended up seeing me like, yo, we need you on our team. Like, you a dog, you from New York, like we need that. Like, so I don't know if you know what Don Lewis is, but Don was just playing with them. So he was like, like we love having kids like that, because they bring a lot. New York got, they got that dog mentality. So I ended up, speaking to his dad and everything after that, and I got into the school. So it was low key, but for the people that I knew, they knew. And the reason why I kept it low key is because everybody does the rumor stuff, and they go, well, he's leaving, he's doing this. And I didn't want that to happen. I keep my stuff very low key, and everything's supposed to be between my family and I. So that's pretty much that.
All right, so good thing. Pivoting onto that, so like speaking of your family and like where we at right now, like you want to kind of like talk about where you from, and like you kind of talked about like that high school, your last 2 years, but like where you from and like what you kind of really represent.
Well, I really represent the Belmont section of Bronx, 83rd and Wash. Grew up in Wash Park. We playing over there. So, I was in that park with like Scott LaRock. That was like a big mentor growing up. Like during those times, he always be in the hood, have his little clinics and stuff like that, workout clinics. So I would go over there and go work out. And then, obviously there's certain people over there that don't have the best route in life right now. That's older than me. But I chose the basketball route because I understand it's, I can feed my family with it, and I could, do what I need to do without being distracted or anything. So that's where I represent. Other people might say I'm from other different parts of the Bronx because I play all over the place. That's where I really represent.
It's funny you say that. This summer you played with Angel Leisure and
Yo, you funny, bro. You funny.
Nah, you feel me? But like, So like, and then the pounding like, you feel me? They didn't even just make the post, the tricky and like that, Tavian and like that's a good, solid victory right there. So like, just like, how was that, and like, what's that feeling, or like playing with them and stuff like that?
Nah, well, so I don't know if most people know, but I went to the charter school in Yonkers my sophomore year. So that's where everything, my matter of fact, 7th grade to 8th grade too, I was in the charter school in Yonkers too. So I was kind of just around a lot of people that was from Westchester County, and I got cool with them, and they showed mad love. Man. So with that being said, you know, people would think I'm from the 914, but I'm really from the Bronx, you know what I'm saying? But I hoop with those guys because, like you see, everybody say that upstate guys, they can't get off on nobody, but I ain't gonna lie, you see little Tavian, he get to it. Kai, he can shoot the ball, he get to it. So, you know, playing with those kids, you know, it's just, you know, me being able to play with the pound and then play with, you know, people like, for instance, like I was playing with Tuck, play with Rundown, I play with Brandon Stores, like playing with people that from the Bronx and then 914, like it's good. It gets a good feeling because you're playing with everybody, you know what I'm saying? So now it's
and
like,
it's high level players too that you get to see too. So you feel me? That competition and just playing together, iron and sharpening iron, bro. I feel like.
And it's different platforms, like you just said. It's all about the platforms. That's how the name and everything works. Not saying that the name is what matters. You can have the biggest name in New York, get your ass bust, but at the end of the day, just putting yourself up against certain stuff like Ferris. That's probably one of the hottest tournaments too. Like Ferris is in White Plains. That's in Westchester County.
Shout out Sideline, bro. He got that green jump.
Exactly. Shout out Sideline. People really know, for me. Me and him, we started something. But at the end of the day, like that's what I'm saying. So putting yourself up against different platforms, it just helps you out a lot. So that's what I did, and that's why I hoop with those guys too. So that's pretty much that.
Yeah, funny. All right, so we talked about that too, even playing university, like playing the thingy. So you could kind of talk into like getting into New York versus New York. That kind of experience this summer was, we would say yours was like a little interesting or different, but like New York is always like that, where like for me, it's always players in, players out, but like you was there for the beginning to basically the end, and then like, so let's just talk about that experience. And then you talked about that too when you did baseline banter with them. It's like just staying ready, waiting for your turn, and for me, and having that mentality and that mindset, like if it's not my night, or like it could be my night the next night, and just always being ready for your name call. So like, how was you feeling dealing with that adversity?
I mean, to be honest with you, I've been facing that my whole life. To be honest with you, you know, everybody thought from 4th grade I wouldn't be no tricky Taj. It would be none of that. To be honest, I don't even think, I didn't get nowhere. I'm a regular high school kid right now, but I got offers. You know what I'm saying? I'm not bragging about that, but my mom doesn't have to pay for college, no matter where they're from. So at the end of the day, I didn't think I would be able to be in that position right now and put a smile on my mom's face.
I'm glad you're saying that, bro.
And do that. You know what I'm saying? So at the end, like I said, I don't really care about the name. I don't care about that. So when the adversity like that happens, I just stay solid, because you always gonna have this all the time. You always gonna have the court, you always gonna have the gym. So with that being said, it's like I just trust my work. Like Don always says that too. Like, and you know, Donovan Mitchell, he's like a big mentor to me also, but he always tells me that trust your work. Like no matter where you at, who you playing against, trust your work. You in the gym, trust your work. What you doing is gonna show.
It's gonna
so
show.
just do what you do. Like, so I don't really care about that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I know it's probably certain games where y'all saw and it's like Todd's supposed to be in the game. It's like, all right, I'm gonna clap. You know, I hope that everybody, you know, is doing their thing. I'm gonna support everybody, because at the end of the day, these kids that I'm playing with, I know them. So if they playing up over me, it's like, yeah, we in competition to get somewhere, but at the end of the day, it's still love. If that's what it is, and y'all go ahead, y'all go shine, and when I get my time, I'm gonna, you know, show what I do. So
that's a fact. That's
pretty much that. The adversity, it is what it is. Like I said, that's my thing. It is what it is, because I'm gonna get in the gym. I'm gonna show at the end of the day I belong. So
you was with Donovan Mitchell this summer. You, like you said, your relationship, that's a big mentor for you like that. How was the camp? Like you talked about, I know you met Eli like that too, but like that's another group of guys where you growing up and you coming up, you're gonna see them high school, college, on the circuit, probably the NBA, you feel me? So it's like, how was that experience, and like what did you feel like, what was your takeaway from being around that type of environment?
I ain't gonna lie, it was elite. It was elite. From the head coaches to the trainers to the rebounders, everybody was affiliated with the NBA. So it's like you're in a situation that you cannot, like as me wanting to be an NBA player, I can't ask for more as a high school kid.
That's perfect for you,
because all the staff are in the NBA. Like, so everything, my counselors, they're telling me what to do, and I'm like, everybody's focused, everybody's locked in. So it's even that, you know, with the players, everybody's ranked. I was probably the only unranked kid. No, maybe like two more players unranked, but like we all proving ourselves. You know what I'm saying? Now we belong on that platform also. So it's like, it was crazy. It was crazy, and I learned a lot. And certain stuff that I learned from that camp, I do it on my own, and I see that, you know, it helps me out on the court. So it was elite. That's one word to describe it for sure. It was very elite.
Was there like a big mindset thing or like a mindset shift that happened for you? Like you already had a certain mentality, but like now it's like, all right, like you said, you're around a certain competition and you're measuring yourself. So now you feel like I can know how I could take it, or you know where I'm at. Like, did you feel like you got a good, real reading of where you're at with your peers? And like
definitely.
Like you're saying, being unranked, I feel like you definitely could be ranked or definitely should be in that talk. And you earned in that conversation. We talked about you got offers and stuff like that. So it's like, where did you feel like seeing your peers? Like, all right, you know, what do I got to do to get to the next level to really stamp that?
Well, with me, I'm 6'5".
And you can't teach height. No funny thing.
We say big guard, but that's because we from New York. At the end of the day, you tell me how many 6'5", you know, let's say, right, so right now, right, it's a lot of big guards. What they do in New York, they don't shoot the ball. They go straight downhill. Yeah. That's our New York style.
That's a fact.
You know, that's what we do. So at the end of the day, yeah, I'm a big guard, but a lot of people, they can't shoot the ball from a high clip. That's what I need to do. So that's the only thing that I kind of learned from being in that environment. Like, well, if I knock down a shot, I know nobody can stop me downhill. That's what I've been doing that my whole life. That's what we do. We get hyped because everybody's going downhill. We like, yeah, you're not gonna expect a JQ or Isaiah Wallace to shoot the ball. You expect him to go bomb jelly, hit him with something. Exactly. So I learned that. You know what I'm saying? That's not the style. That's not the professional style of play.
And so the separating factor is the shot. Because once you start shooting, bro, it's hard to decide to stop you. They got you guessing. You got them guessing and stuff like that.
That's what I'm saying. So once you shoot the ball, right, now the whole floor opens because they know you can shoot. So they can't step back on you. They got to step up. And now all the downhill stuff, you can do it. So I kind of learned that in camp. But in terms of that, like, that's been something I've been hearing, and I've just been, you know, staying in line with that. But I didn't really have a mindset change. I knew I could, you know, go up against those guys. It really kind of just surprised me. It was a bunch of NBA scouts there, and you know, Pro Insight, they ended up coming to me, and they, you know, they came up to me. They're like, "Oh, listen, Taj, you know, we really love your game. We've been watching you over the circuit through SSB and everything, but we spoke to the NBA scouts, and they're saying that, you know, they want to see you more." I'm like, oh shoot, like that's a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like NBA scouts, like that's where I want to be in 2 years. You know what I'm saying? Like that's where I'm trying to be. So if they saying that I'm doing what I need to do, and you know I could compete against these kids, and mind you, during that time I was in Greenwich Country Day, so I'm like, just think about if I start working out 3 times a day, and I got this prep schedule. Like nobody can, you know, mess with me. And that's what all humbleness do to God. So
I'm glad you got that mindset. Fact, my fault. But even to the point where like, so now. I wanted to ask you, like, do you have any interest outside of basketball where like you feel like talented people don't know about you? I feel like that you feel like they want to
share. Nah, I'd probably say fashion.
Fashion, yeah. Say you got some good drip on right now.
You have this, yeah. It's my T-shirt. It's gonna come out soon, but
okay.
It's probably fashion for sure. My mom
like that.
always just had me in it, so it's most definitely fashion. But
so even like getting like, feel me, NIL deals and stuff like that, like partnering, like that's what you want to kind of partner with and like brand with companies like that, fashion. Is there any companies that you like that's gonna come up that you want
right now?
Yeah.
Devon Tommen for sure. I rock that a lot. Devon Tommen is that's my guy Dominic. He doing a good job over there. I gotta say Deadline too. He from my block, Poppy. So yeah, that's the 2 brands right now that they, you know, I promote their stuff, they send me stuff, and you know, we just kind of work together. So that's pretty much that.
Any new offers this summer and stuff like that coming up?
So it's funny. I'm about to be a senior right now. So my sophomore year, I only have 4 offers: Radford, Hofstra, what was it? I think Fordham, and I'm missing one. But after this AAU season with the Wiz kids, I got probably like 10 plus right now. IT, Kent State, UTEP, also known as Texas Western.
UTEP, okay.
You know, Tim Hardaway's old school. I got more than that. Wagner. So like I said, I'm blessed. I'm lucky. Not even lucky. Like I said, I'm blessed. So I'm gonna just keep on putting the work in. But that's pretty much the new ones, and I got a lot of interest right now. And maybe if I don't commit early, I'll still get more. You know, with me being at OTE, and I got UTEP coming up, Kent State coming up, Fordham. It's a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot.
You know, it's a blessing.
People want to know. That's a fact. That's fire. You mentioned WizKids. We didn't really talk about WizKids. I feel like you really had a big circle with Adidas and stuff like that. And I think that's when you really started dominating, like showing like I seen another video of training that that you did with Ireland, and then like it kind of
daily maintenance.
Daily maintenance. Yeah, that's a fact. Oh yeah, shout out Daily Maintenance. His birthday just passed too, so that's a fact. So he kind of a lot of the moves translated into the game, and was showing like a lot of dribble pull-ups, ISOs, in and out crosses and stuff like that. So do you feel like playing with WizKids and like how far did y'all get like this summer playing with WizKids like that and stuff like that?
Well, we got far. We just didn't have the best record, to be, humbly honest with you. We competed though.
Yeah, I was saying.
We competed our butts off against Kowa Pete. He played on a USA team. We lost to them by 5 points. Team loaded, undefeated, 3SSB. We lost to them by, they ended up losing the Utah Prospects, I think, in the championship. I think I'm right. But yeah, we lost to them by 4 points. I had a bad mistake, and it kind of cost us the game. So we competed, like against every team that we played against, no matter if they was ranked or not, we competed. So, it meant a lot, and obviously that's what it is. So we didn't get far to get the chip, but I feel like we still were individual champions, because at the end of the day, we all learned, we all played against best players in the country, and we showed that we could. My boy Jake just committed. He committed to Princeton, so he's going to Princeton for free right now. Knockdown shooter. So yeah, that's that. You can't get better than that. So that's pretty much that.
So I see your phone is blowing up for me because you got the call. Yeah. So for me, we're gonna wrap it up. We're gonna definitely get in tune. We just wanted to chop it up with you right before you went away.
Appreciate
see
you.
Your see your family, see your vibes, and just wish you the best of luck, my boy.
Appreciate you. Yo, shout out Dream Basketball. You heard.
Shout out
Overtime Rally too.
Yeah, we outside, man.
My God. All right.